I think the picture looks much better than I do today. I was saying to the girls, I just got back from a walk and I was looking a little disheveled. So excuse the look. But welcome everybody to Pink Coach Uni, and here we are again. One of my favorite days in the month, and it's continuing education for all of you in and something outside of maybe business related, or out today is a little bit outside of business, but nonetheless it's continuing education for our group, and it's really lovely to see you all here today. And I'm so excited in for a treat today with Robin. She's got something very special prepared for all of you. And Robin is my go-to for Reiki and my readings, and she keeps me on track and nice and healed every month. So you're going to learn a little bit more about her work today. And especially during this time, I think sometimes alternative measures are needed. And it has helped me enormously navigate this past year. So more to come on that. So first of all, thank you to Sue Sutcliffe from World Event Center for the platform. And Sue does such amazing work. Please find her at the table after and connect with her if you are having an event. I'm sure she'd be more than happy to talk to you about how this platform works. But thank you for being here and always helping me, because I'm not a techie. So it's like, Sue, could you help? So thank you to Sue Sutcliffe for being here, and to all of you for coming today. I know how busy you are, but it is always a joy to see everybody all in one place. So a few announcements before we get started. I'd like to welcome our very newest Pink Coach member, and some of you probably met her at table one, Miss Hannah Cowell, and Hannah's business is called Fish & Co. And I'll let her put the information in the chat. And Hannah opened a store. You want to talk about bravery. Hannah opened a storefront in Madoc. And some of you may know where Madoc is. It's on the way to Cottage Country. I go right past there on my way to my cottage in Perth. And she opened a storefront right in the middle of the summer of last year in the pandemic. So I remember our first conversation, I was so impressed and blown away, going, wow, you are a force to be reckoned with. And it's a cute little store. You can check her out on Instagram and follow her. She's got an amazing online store, and it's not just about fish and bait and tackle. It's also about cottage gear. So please offer your love and support to Hannah as she's joining the family and is doing incredibly well. So welcome, welcome, welcome. And, you know, I just wanted to sort of say, I wanted to comment. I was actually going to record a video in the group, and then I thought, you know what, I'm going to be seeing you all today anyway. And for those of you that are watching the recording, you know, when the news broke about the next 6 weeks shutdown, and I don't want to focus and dwell on this because it is what it is. You know, for 5 minutes, like Kara and I sat and looked at each other, and he thought about his team. I thought about you guys, going, okay, how am I going to keep these guys encouraged and moving along for the next 6 weeks of this shutdown? Because it's just, you know, again, everyone's feeling it in their own different ways. So what I decided to do, and he's done this with his team, and I've decided to do it and offer this out to you guys, is what I want you to challenge yourself for the next 6 weeks. So I'm going to tell you what I'm doing. Challenge yourself over the next 6 weeks to do something new. Now, that can be in your business if you want it to be, or it can be on your personal life. So I've chosen my personal life, and I'm going to share with you the two things that I'm doing in a moment. But what can you do to challenge yourself during this 6-week journey, right? Pretend we're going on like a little trip, not just about the end result and getting to May 20th and seeing what's going to happen. What can we do to challenge ourselves to do something brand new that you haven't done before during this 6 weeks? So have a think about it. So you can share it in the group if you feel comfortable, or you can share it with me during your coaching session. I'm happy to hold you accountable for it. And it could be anything to do with, I'm going to add, you know, another 2,000 steps to walking every day, or I've been following Rhonda's fitness challenge the last 30 days and doing my squats and doing my lunges every single day. So it could be incorporating something like that, or doing squats as your kettle is boiling, or it could be, you know, dialing back on your diet. I don't know, but challenge yourself to do something brand new, one thing only, or two things if you want, for the next 6 weeks, and then we can share the results when we see each other again, just to keep you encouraged and something new to do. So the two things I'm doing, and Karen and Rhonda, you'd be so proud of me. So I'm a big carnivore. I'm a big red meat eater, which, you know, is not good. I need it for my iron, but still not that great. So twice a week, Kara and I are having salmon. So you'd be very proud of me. and we're going to be sticking to that for the next 6 weeks. We had it one night already this week with some vegetables, and we've committed to having salmon for the next 6 weeks, twice a week, just to see how we feel, if it gives us any more energy, if we feel a bit lighter the next morning after we've had fish for dinner versus a lot of meat. So that's the first thing. And the second thing is this. Okay, let's see if anyone can guess what this is. Let's see. I'm going to mix it to show you. It's a homemade concoction. It's not beer. It's not Guinness. Anybody guess what this is? So I'm going to tell you. So Cara was digging around and watching a video one day about how to stay fit. Oh, close. Ginger tea. Kind of. So yes. So anyway, this is a concoction of. We watched a video about health when you hit 50, and burning fat in like the wobbly places like your belly and so on. So this is a concoction of apple cider vinegar, honey, cinnamon, apple cider vinegar, honey, cinnamon, and something else is in here as well. I can't remember. I think maybe some lemon. So every day before you eat, so 3 times a day, half an hour before you eat, you take a couple of tablespoons or a few swigs of this, and it is supposed to break down your your food. And cayenne pepper. Okay, that's a good idea. We're going to add cayenne pepper to it. So we're going to be doing this for the next 6 weeks. So I'll let you know how it goes. We've already been doing it for a week already, so haven't seen anything immediate. But hey, how can you go wrong with apple cider vinegar and a bit of cinnamon? We're going to add some cayenne pepper to it. So thank you. And we'll see how that goes. So a couple of new things to focus on over the next 2 weeks, and I'd love to hear what you come up with. And if you need help coming up with anything, then please let me know. Oh, the Master Cleanse drink, did it for a while, very cleansing. Okay, good to know. Good to know. And I bought the vitamin version, Hannah said yesterday. Okay, cool. So there we go. So I wanted just to challenge you. We could talk about how bad things are and how we're all feeling, but you know what? Let's focus on how we can move through this journey. It's because it is a journey, and at the end of it, we're all going to come out much stronger. Our businesses are also are going to be a lot stronger for it with all the planning we've been doing. So turmeric, Avni, yes. Oh, and for those of you that don't know Avni, and Hannah, you probably don't know Avni Shah, fellow Brit, expat, she's all the way from Nairobi, Kenya. So it's very late there right now in the evening, and she always does a very good job of attending. So good that you're here, Av. I miss you. Okay, so a couple of dates. So grab your pencils. The next Pink Coach University will be on May the 19th. It's always the day after the Heart of Networking, typically in the calendar month. So May the 19th at 1 o'clock. And Dee Boswell Buck, who is our social media manager and in the family, will be coming to talk to us about aligning your social media content with your business goals for the fall. So that's going to be one not to miss. I know I struggle with, a little bit of social media fatigue here and there, making things exciting. So she's going to talk about on May the 19th how to align our content for social media and align it with our business goals in terms of planning for the fall. So thank you, Sue. That's May 19th at 1 p.m. And we always take a break in July and August for Pink Coach Uni to give you a chance to enjoy your summer, not take time off too much in the business and continue to work, but we take a break from Pink Coach Uni. So the last Pink Coach Uni will be on June the 16th before we break for the summer. And I had a couple of special requests a few months ago for us to meet and do some kind of business planning event all together. You may remember Mary Roy came to talk to us about business planning in our businesses. And as we're coming into the summer, I thought it would be a nice break, instead of having a presenter, that we do an afternoon planning event. Yes, HC, I think you were one of the ones that said, can we do this? So we would all work together on including my business plan, for the summer. So we would make sure we bulletproof our plans so that we don't fall off the wagon. So when we come back in September, we haven't lost any momentum. So that's going to be June the 16th, the same time. Now, I'm hesitant to say what I have up my sleeve because I haven't officially booked it yet, but I am hoping to have some form of a hybrid event, and the outdoor portion will be in such a large place that we would have like 12 feet of space between all of us. We would be outside in a massive area, perhaps with some animals. So stay tuned, more to come. We're going to see if we can pull this off, but we will have also a hybrid portion of it if we can do this. And so stay tuned, more to come as things unravel. And again, this is all hinging on if we are in red, then we would be able to pull this off 100%. And there'll be lots and lots of space and lots of animals. So stay tuned, mark your calendar for June 16th, and more to come once I do a wee bit more digging on how we can make this work. If you have any events coming up, please feel free to put them in the chat. If we have time at the end, you can jump. Sue can bring you to the stage. You can raise your hand to make the announcements for your event. But without further ado, because she's got so much to share, I would love to introduce to you Robin Carlyon. And all of you have a very special place in my heart, and all of you have a beautiful journey of your story of when you first started out. And I'm really proud of Robin and how far she's come from when we first started to work together. And we reminisce sometimes, and I go, "Do you remember that time when you told me, Robin, that I don't think I can do that?" I said, "That's okay, we'll placeholder it because you will be at some point." And here we are all these years later, and she's doing all these things that she said that she could never do. So I'm so super proud of you, and it is my pleasure to have you here today. So Robin Carlyon is the owner and creator of Robin's Authentic Wellness. As a passionate promoter of self-care and self-care awareness, Robin assists women to create balance and clarity in her lives. Robin is the director of Hub Inc. and for the past year won an award as Game Changer in the first 6 months. She also services clients worldwide through virtual video sessions, over the phone, or by email. Spiritual readings, Reiki sessions, and energy awareness development are some of Robin's most popular services. Robin is an energy workshop facilitator with her 2 workshops she developed in 2017, Chakra Talk and Reset Yourself Vision Board Workshop. Robin takes attendees through an interactive and meditative exercises, leaving them feel empowered. And Robin will talk to you at the end about how you are able to work with her. But I tell you, her strategies work. And this, get this right, it does impact your business. So over to you. I'm going to jump off the stage and stop flapping my gums, and over to you, Robin.
Thank you, Claudine. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for being here. This is Shift Your Energy to Shift Your Business. So yes, a lot of things that we're going through right now in this pandemic. When we look at it from the grand scheme of things, this is just a moment in time. So it is important and imperative that we really take a look at ourselves within and really focus on our relationship with ourselves. So I am going to share my screen, and I invite you to ask questions throughout. There we go. Just bear with me. One second. There we go. Awesome. Can everyone see this? All right. So shift your energy to shift your business. So I have an outline on what we're covering, what is energy, what are chakras, and why do they matter in our business and personal life? Why is meditation so important? Why raise your vibration? Create your self-care plan. For the gratitude activity, the affirmation activity, and the chakra meditation activity, I will be going through that with you. If you have a piece of paper and a pen for the gratitude activity, affirmation activity is going to be now. I can't hear you, but I would like you to repeat after me for the affirmation activity. And then I'm going to take you into a chakra meditation, and then we'll continue with what's going on in Raw and Pink Uni. And now it will still be on this screen, but then as soon as I do the Pink Uni offer, I'll be out of the presentation. So, like Claudine said, I am a psychic medium and an energy practitioner, assisting women by teaching the tools of energy that is within you to live your best life. And below, I have the Join the Raw community. So the Raw community, I engage every day. Tuesdays is my biggest evening. I have Chakra Talk, so I invite you to visit, and I can put the link into the comments when I'm finished. And I would invite you to check out yesterday's videos. There's 3 videos, and I talk about the chakras. I do readings on these cards. And yesterday and this week, it's all about taking action. So what is energy? So Albert Einstein has proved that everything is energy. Now I have a little quote here. I'm not going to read that. You can. But basically the long and short of it is everything is energy. Energy is transmutable and energy never dies. So by transmutable, that means that we can shift a negative into a positive. And we can do that quite easily by practicing our self-care, practicing our words, practicing our thoughts. So here in this post here, energy is everything. Your thoughts begin it, your emotion amplifies it, and your action increases its momentum. Now, moving on to the chakras. Now, this is probably where I'm going to spend a lot of time. I'm going to spend a good chunk of time here discussing this with you. So with the chakra system, we have 7 main chakras. And when they talk about chakras, they start from the bottom. So that would be the root chakra. So the root chakra, this is like in between your legs, your thighs, kind of like just underneath, like Claudine says, your bits and pieces. So it's just below there, and that's your root chakra. Now, that is our biggest chakra. That is from our legs, just under our hips, to our toes. So imagine how much our root chakra takes on. Our root chakra, it focuses on our stability, physical health, taking action, feeling safe. It focuses on our foundation. So bringing money in every month. There is a lot of people that are struggling right now. Businesses have either stopped or slowed down. And so there's feelings of we really need to work on grounding ourselves and feeling stable while we're going through this moment in time. So the sacral chakra, that is relationship with yourself. That is truly deeply knowing who you are as a person and your identity and what you bring to the world. So for both of these, and for all of the chakras for that matter, they're all important to how we live our daily lives and how we bring ourselves out and present ourselves in our business. So the sacral chakra, that is located the pubic bone to the navel, and that is the water element. And so just to go back to the root chakra, I have earth element. So the earth element, that's why everyone talks about grounding, because the root chakra is the earth element. So emotions, creativity, relationships, abundance, and joy. So the sacral chakra, this represents money as well. So everything abundance. Everything as in bringing happiness into your life, bringing joy into your life. Your emotions and balancing your emotions. So these 2 chakras, like really heavy duty on how you're feeling about yourself and your foundation. So very, very important. And that's why I'm so passionate about the chakra system, because there's so many aspects to our energy. We are energetic beings. And if you picture for a moment just yourself as the outline of your body. Now picture that you have no skin, no blood, no veins, and all you are, and no bones, and all you are is energy. So imagine yourself like the night sky. Imagine space, imagine stars, imagine shooting stars, imagine sparkling stars. Now imagine that within the outline of who you are. And now visualize, using all of your senses, your heartbeat. Visualize that heartbeat, but you don't see the heart, you feel the beat, and feel the pulsating and how that energy is pulsating within you. And so I would like you to, while I keep going on with this, to visualize yourself as that energetic being, and that how all of these energy points in our body represent different things. Now, I could talk about chakras for days. There are so many physical aspects and different things in our bodies that the chakras represent. I'm not really going to get into that today. I really just wanted to focus on the energy itself and the feelings behind it and the meanings behind that. So moving on up to the solar plexus. Now, if you follow me, you know that the solar plexus is my absolute favorite. The solar plexus is our sunshine within. This one is located just above your navel and just under your rib cage. So visualize the whole center of you and visualize your sun. Visualize the sunshine coming out of you. This is your confidence. This is your passion. This is your willpower. This is your fire inside. This is your inner child. Imagine yourself, your energy, your passion as a bonfire. Now, with your inner child is that child that nothing could possibly get in your way. Nothing could possibly come between you and what you want. And this is stuff that we can practice. We can practice visualizing our inner child. And an analogy that I use is imagining a sandbox with all of the sand toys, the shovels, the pails, the water, the perfect sand, dry sand, wet sand, absolutely perfect. Everything is there for you. And imagine yourself on the other side of, say, the field in the playground. And all you see, you're a child, you're like, say you're 3, that inner child, that innocence, that all you want is just to have fun and you just want to go create. And imagine yourself, there is nothing else on either side of you. Even though there's naysayers, there's people looking out for your safety, but nothing is going to stop you, because that sandbox, that beautiful creation, that joy, that fun that you can have, that is the energy that I want you to harness when you are thinking about yourself, when you are thinking about new things and current things that you're doing in your business. That it doesn't matter what anyone else says. Harness that inner child. Allow that inner child to come out. And the solar plexus is the fire element. So the fire element, it's that taking action. It's that get go. And it's that blazing that trail that lies in front of you to all of your goals and your dreams. So moving on to the heart chakra. So this is in the center of our chest. This is love, forgiveness, self-love, compassion. And this is the air element. So with the air element, and I'm not sure if you have heard or are aware of that we are in a new era of energy. So we were in Piscean energy before. Piscean energy is a water element. Piscean energy, I would say more as, and I use it kind of loosely because I don't mean it as a negative at all. But then again, I kind of do because there's a lot of codependency. And I'm not saying Pisceans are codependent. I'm saying that the energy of the feeling of needing other people and the transition into this energy, into this Aquarian energy, which is very independent, very creative, very intelligent, very technical. There's a lot of technology. And as you've seen us move in the pandemic, we've all shifted to technology, more technology. So I don't think there are any coincidences. I think that this shift that we're all going through worldwide is part of this new energy, and we're all transitioning into this energy. So going back to the heart chakra, the heart chakra has an electromagnetic field. So with this electromagnetic field, they say that the heart is stronger than the brain. They say the heart is another form of brain. And so you can send out unconditional love. You can send out support. You can send out compassion to the world. So again, imagine your energetic body and that heart of that pulsating. And imagine yourself sending out unconditional love to every single person, every single living thing in the world, good and bad. So there's some forgiveness there. But this is so extremely powerful. And when you allow yourself to detach yourself from feelings of not wanting to forgive, and you send that unconditional love regardless of what's happening, you can feel your vibration rising. You can feel that love and you can feel that joy within yourself. And you can feel that shift, that positive shift moving through you, and it makes you feel a lot better. Moving on to the throat chakra, another very, very important chakra. This is what we use every day to communicate. This is how we share our feelings. This is how we share our creative thoughts. So the throat chakra, that is our neck and throat, that is the ether element. So the ether element, that's like that vibration. That's like all of the vibrations, the senses, the vibration senses of the world. So when we go out, say, to the water, and say you stand in front of a lake or an ocean, and you hear the crashing, the thunderous waves. And how does that make you feel? It feels relaxing. And it just feels like you're in such a beautiful, gorgeous moment. And you're doing vibrational work. Even when you go out into nature, you can hear them whistling and brushing up against each other. You can hear the birds. You can hear other living things, squirrels. When you allow yourself to harness all of your senses, the hearing, the listening, when we listen to people, we are actually enhancing our throat chakra. And when we are speaking our truth, and when we're doing presentations, when we're telling people about what we do, and everyone, I know that people can be felt, they can feel held back because they don't necessarily feel comfortable with sharing what they do, especially in business, because with all of our energy here, there's different things where, not feeling confident or having self-worth. There could be that fear of speaking. But when you practice and when you allow yourself to speak and to be heard, people want to hear what you have to say. People want to know about your business. People want to support you, especially in this community. People want to support you. They want to hear. They want to see you succeed. So the throat chakra is speaking your truth, listening, creativity, and communication. So moving on to the third eye chakra. Now, this one is intuition. This one is spiritual awareness, clairvoyance, and visualization. So with the third eye chakra, this one is located in between your eyebrows, and this is the light element. So by the light element, now in my world, light. So souls are light. So when, again, in my profession, when people are of light, they are seen by other souls that have passed on. And these passed on souls can see the light, and they are attracted to the light, and they want to come to you and they want to share messages. I'm sure some of you have experiences of this. I'm sure some of you may not be comfortable with this, and that's completely okay. With practicing your intuition and opening your intuition does not mean that you're going to become a medium. It doesn't mean that you're going to be visited by spirits all the time. There is a lot of boundaries that you can put up very, very easily. So if you were to experience things like that you don't want to experience, especially when you're sleeping or driving, you can set those boundaries. But having that awareness that will actually happen. Now, with the intuition and how that pertains to our business is huge. So no matter what you believe in, whether it's God, source, the universe, angels, spirit guides. I'm going to say spirit guides, but it can be anything and whatever you believe in. So we're always receiving messages. And just recently, in my own life, I've made some massive shifts that you'll probably see in June, later May, June. And so really massive shifts, but they came from spirit. And actually, I wanted to say, Leah, a conversation that really, it was just a conversation. There was something in it that stuck in my mind. And it was just in a general conversation. And that is what ignited it. It wasn't a conversation you were particularly having with me. It was a group conversation. And that's what I want everyone to know, is that messages are everywhere. Messages from your God, from the universe, from source, they're always coming in. They're always coming in. Everything is energy, remember. Everything, thoughts, words, things. We are all energetic beings. What the universe wants is to support us. They want us to live our journey. They want us to stay on track. And by listening to these things that come through, it might not be sentences, and it might not be sentences to you like, Robin, do this. It doesn't come like that. It will show, maybe you'll have like a vision, or maybe something that you would thought of as your brain was reminding you to do something. Oh, right, I have to do that. That wasn't your brain. That was the universe. That was source. That was God. We're always receiving messages. And so when we receive these messages and we're like, wow, that was way too scary, I am not doing that. You just have to acknowledge it. That's the first step. Acknowledge it, write it down, journal it, and possibly even take a small action. So moving on to the crown chakra. So the crown chakra, this one here is a big one, like they all are, but this one here is connected to the cosmic energy. So this is the cosmic energy element, and this one is just above your head. And I would invite you to actually just place your hand above your head. And do you feel anything? Do you feel any sort of sensations? For me, yes, immediately I do. But this is something I would love for you just to practice anytime during the day. Just put your hand above your head and see what you feel. So, with the crown chakra, this is intelligence. This is receiving knowledge from source. This is healthy detachment. So, and I'm not going to talk on this point a lot, but there are so many different opinions with what's going on in the world today and what we are going through with this pandemic. I would invite you to go beyond and just observe and not react, and allow yourself to flow in the way that you think you should. No one should be telling anyone else how to live their journey. And for you to be doing what is right for you is a healthy detachment. To detach from what all the other people are thinking and what their opinions may be of the subject or the opinions of you. Because in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. We are all here to live our own journey. And what I would love for you to focus on is you and your journey, and to put yourself first, to put your business first, to put your thoughts first, your needs first, to allow yourself to feel connected, to allow yourself the awareness of all of the chakras, to allow yourself to feel that sense of wonderment. The sense of wonderment in what a beautiful world we are living in, no matter what is happening in it, because there's always going to be something happening. After this pandemic is over, something else is going to happen, and we're going to get through it. And with our positive mindset, with our, this is my journey, I am here for a reason, and I'm here to share my passion. I'm here to build my foundation. I'm here to have a strong relationship with myself. I'm here to allow my sunshine to shine and to not be dim, to allow yourself to shine. For your journey of sending the world love without any attachment at all. Not thinking about who you're sending it to, just sending it out because it will always go to who it's intended. Your throat chakra. Speaking your mind. Seeing, hearing, feeling all of the messages that are coming through. And the crown chakra, that we are all connected. So I do have something called Chakra Talk that I'll talk at the end, because I am going to be moving on. With the chakras, there is so much that we can cover. There's so much, and I'm just covering just little bits, but I really just want you to know what the elements are, where they're located, and what they represent. And I will answer all of your questions, even if you want to ask questions after the event. I love answering questions about chakras. Just moving on to the next slide. Why is meditation important? So meditation assists you in a deeper connection to yourself. It helps you concentrate and maintain a calmer way of life. There are many benefits to meditation, but from an entrepreneurial perspective, it can promote seeing things in a clearer, or it can promote seeing things clearer, which can greatly impact your decision making. And I've included a picture here of a brain before and after a 10-minute meditation. So I got this offline. There are many, many pictures, many diagrams of what brains look like when they have meditated and when they haven't meditated. So if you are not meditating or you find it difficult to meditate, that is okay. People think that they have to sit still and have no thoughts in their mind at all. For a particular meditation, yes, called a silent meditation, but there are so many different other meditations. And I think people can kind of get stuck on that. If you allow yourself to connect to yourself and allow yourself to want these benefits. I started meditation maybe 10 years ago. And I remember when I started, actually, even before I thought of meditation, I thought meditation was ridiculous. And I thought, I don't need meditation. Why would I need meditation? And through my journey of spirit, meditation kept coming up. And that was something that I had to take a look at, and that I did. And I'm glad I did, because now I cannot imagine my life without meditation. And meditation has healed me. Meditation has changed who I was, from a frantic single mom living in absolute chaos and everything stressing me out, to then taking the time to meditate And literally, I still do it to this day where I time myself. Now I can do 3 or 4 different meditations during the day because I always want to keep up with my knowledge and because I always want to keep myself prime for my clients. Meditation is a way of life. Meditation is something that you can easily put into your life. And it can be fun. It does not have to be like it's a chore and you have to sit there and not have anything in your mind. You don't have to start with silent meditation. You can start with a guided meditation. There are many 10-minute guided meditations. Concentration meditation. Those ones can be fun. I did a class when I did a meditation retreat with Buddhist monks. And so we worked on concentration meditation. We also did a walking meditation, which was really cool. Kundalini meditation. This is actually the meditation that I would really attribute to changing my life. Helping me with forgiveness, where I would have never forgiven. If I had not found Kundalini, I don't know, maybe I wouldn't have forgiven where I needed to forgive in my life. This Kundalini meditation, it's the one that I use. There's many different Kundalini meditations. This one's called Sahaja Yoga Meditation. You can find this online. It's free. You can, after COVID is done, gone, and complete, the libraries, the local libraries offer Kundalini meditation. You can also find it online. This is something that I will also be offering and that I will teach anyone at any time. It would be my pleasure. So with this Sahaja yoga meditation, there is no yoga involved. Yoga means union. So it is actually sitting down, doing some movements with your hands, but basically going over the points of chakras, of energies in your energetic system. Compassion meditation. There are many different compassion meditations out there. I call mine the world meditation. Other people call theirs the world meditation as well. What I do is I imagine myself floating around the world and visiting people that I don't know and placing my hand on their shoulder, looking in their eyes and telling them that I support them. And that I'm here for them, and that I send them unconditional love. That is an incredible way to raise your vibration. The transcendental meditation and the mantra meditation, they're both very similar. So with the mantra meditation, the one that I would be familiar with is the chakra vibration. So for each chakra, there is a different sound that you would make. And again, that's fun. Well, I mean, for me it is. But it's fun having these different sounds and feeling your body vibrate with the different sounds. And vibration. When you go and you listen to water, when you go out into nature, that's that vibrational healing. So there's many different types of meditation. And in terms of being an entrepreneur, in terms of business, this can really help you get more clear on what you want to do. And it allows your chakras to be in tune better. It allows you to receive the messages clearer. So why raise your vibration? Raising your vibration is imperative to attracting the life that you want. Practicing a positive mindset and being intentional with your words and thoughts will get you much closer, faster to the life that you dream of. And here you can see a list of things: gratitude, kindness, love, joy, compassion. Just going to take a sip of my tea. And then you can see things lowering vibration. So things that you want to avoid: junk food, hard alcohol, toxic relationships. Toxic relationships, you want to stick with your tribe. The people that support you, that are your cheerleaders all the time. You do not have to subject yourself to, and I mean, I know we have different relationships everywhere with our other halves, with our families. We can allow boundaries to be set. We can set those boundaries and we can stand in our power. With these toxic relationships, including just people that you don't necessarily resonate with. When you allow yourself and when you tell the universe, I only want to resonate with the people that I want to resonate with, I want to resonate with my tribe, they will fall off. As you raise your vibration, there will be people that are not at the same level as you, not yet. Everyone is at their own stage. Everyone is at their own level, and that is okay because everyone is on their own journey. So again, other things for raising your vibration: laughing, smiling, hugging one day, hugging yourself, singing, dancing. I sing and dance all the time. Grounding, earthing. Raw whole foods. So with Rhonda and Karen, very, very important that they teach how to eat proper foods and how they have all sorts of amazing techniques on how to do that and to implement that in your life. I've been eating more fruits and vegetables because I realized, I don't know, we all go through different phases, but I've been eating so much more vegetables and so much more fruit. I have seen a change in my complexion. And my skin just seems better. But constantly, consistently doing work for yourself, on yourself, is going to benefit you in every aspect of your life, in your personal life and in your professional life. If you have all of these things coming together, if you're raising your vibration, if you're meditating with the awareness of your chakras and practicing balancing your chakras, your vibration and what you attract is going to increase. And as you raise your vibration, you attract that higher quality energy and that higher quality mindset. And you'll find how your words will change. Because with the toxic, it won't allow. Your body won't even allow it. It'll reject. It'll say, change that can't to yes, I can. And it literally happens naturally as you consistently practice. So create a self-care plan. Now, I have the word practice in orange. And so I can't see anyone's responses, but why would I have the word practice in orange? I did that specifically for the sacral chakra, because it's that relationship with yourself. So creating your self-care plan, it's all about practice. Now, I've made it so super easy for you. Daily affirmations. Now, in the pink group event page on Facebook, I have put the affirmations that you can use. We're going to be saying them. I'm going to be saying them with you. And you just repeat after me. So you have your daily affirmations. So 5 minutes a day. To take 5 minutes to write out 7, 10 affirmations, or to say affirmations in the mirror. Daily gratitude, 5 minutes. It takes 5 minutes for you to say, thank you for me waking up this morning. Thank you for my toothbrush. Thank you for clean underwear. Thank you for my tea. Thank you for my coffee. Thank you for my home. Thank you for my clothes. Thank you for my blanket. Thank you for my pillow. Thank you for my children. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the unconditional love from my children. Thank you for the unconditional love from my pets. Thank you for my car. Thank you for my business. Thank you for the pens. Thank you for the computer. Thank you for the paper. Thank you for my courses. Thank you for my books. It's so easy. So quickly. Can we just rhyme off so many things, and that didn't even take 5 minutes? But if you consistently take 5 minutes to do your daily gratitude, so now we're up to 10. And then adding on another 10. And again, you can time yourself when you do this, because I know as entrepreneurs, we are really busy. So daily journaling. When we wake up in the morning, or whenever you do your journaling, maybe it's in the afternoon, or maybe it's in the evening before you go to bed. 10 minutes. Again, everything doesn't have to be done all at once. You can take these times throughout the day to practice your self-care plan. So now, daily physical activity for 30 minutes. We should all be getting outside. No matter if it is raining or snowing, or maybe you have a treadmill, or maybe you have something that you can do some sort of daily activity for 30 minutes. Maybe it's even deep cleaning your house for 30 minutes. Maybe it's going upstairs with the laundry, but every day, 30 minutes of daily activity. So for the affirmations, the gratitude, the journaling, this is all things that you are saying to the universe. And what happens when you send positive thank yous to the universe is like, thank you, I'll send it right back to you. And they send it back tenfold. The physical activity, that's root chakra. Our physical self, because our root chakra is so large, where it's all of our legs. Would we use our legs every day? Would we use for stability? That's why it's so important to get that daily activity, because we want to nurture our body. And by what we're putting in our body is so important. And then mirror work. So with this picture that you can see, when you can finally face yourself in the mirror after some epic shadow work. So shadow work is when you look in the mirror and you're like, I don't really like what I see. But when you look in the mirror, and this is sacral chakra, doing your mirror work, it can be hard. It can be hard at the beginning. I don't know how many times I've cried in front of the mirror, but now I cry tears of joy and happiness and bliss. It's uncomfortable at the beginning. If you're comfortable with talking, because I'm comfortable with talking to source, I'm comfortable with talking and looking weird in front of people. But at the very beginning, no, I wasn't. And it was really awkward. And I felt silly talking to myself in the mirror, talking to myself in the mirror, looking in my eyeballs in the mirror and telling myself that I love myself. And for you, I ask for you to look in the mirror, look in your eyeballs and tell yourself that you love yourself and that you love everything about yourself. And bit by bit, day by day, it works. I recently had a day, I'm going to say possibly 6 months ago, where I looked in the mirror and I just saw myself in a really more beautiful light. And I was like, wow, like when did that happen? I could not pinpoint it because the work that you do compounds and it will show itself and it will show the progress. When we do meditation, people expect or may expect this euphoric moment. It could be months, it could be weeks. We have to consistently do that work before we can start seeing those results. But the results are happening. You just don't see them yet because they're still in the works. And so when I found this picture, it was so perfect. Oh my God, I love you. Because that is what I say when I see myself in the mirror. And especially when you get to the point where you're naked. And that's like a whole other story. But I can do it. And it's the most beautiful, beautiful feeling to have that deep connection with yourself and that you truly, truly love yourself. And it makes everything you do so impactful because you have that confidence. You have that self-esteem, that willpower, that you can do anything. Anything that you think of, you can make it work. You can turn your dreams into business. Empowering yourself by having a relationship with yourself and your energetic being. So believe that you already have what you're working towards. It really does work. I promise you it works. So you can talk to me again more about scheduling, but I made it as easy as I could for you to make it around 60 minutes, an hour. So 1 hour out of the day. And it doesn't all have to be in that 1 hour. It can be throughout the day. And I would love for you, because I want everyone to succeed, to create your self-care plan. And so what we're doing now is we're moving on to the activity part. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to say out loud a protection prayer. And I'm going to say it for all of us, and I already have done it at the beginning, but I'm going to say this, and I can post this protection prayer in the group so you can all use that for yourself. This protection prayer, I always do this before any sort of work that I do, any sort of energetic work. So the importance of protecting your energy is that you don't want other people's energy, other people's thoughts, other people's emotions in your energy. So imagine waking up in the morning. First thing I do is I do my protection prayer, and then I do my gratitude. And so why I do that is because I don't want anybody else in my gratitude work. Do you want anyone else's energy in your meditation or your gratitude or your journaling? No, we don't want anyone else's energy. Energy is everywhere. It surrounds us. People's emotions. It doesn't even have to be in your house. It can be on your street. It can be in your town. It's floating around. There's a lot of fear going on right now. We want to protect ourselves from that. We want to raise ourselves up. We want to raise our energy up. So before I begin protection prayer, then I'm going to ask you to write down 5 things that you are grateful for. You can write them in the chat if you want. And then I'm going to ask you to close your eyes, and we're going to do the affirmation. And immediately after, I'm taking you into a meditation. So for the protection prayer, give me 1 second. So for the protection prayer, the light of God surrounds us. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God unfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Amen. And now I would like you to repeat after me. Today, I am stable. Today, I am successful. Today, I am confident. Today, I send unconditional love to the world. Today, I speak my truth. Today, I am intuitive. Today, I am open to receive from the universe. And now I want you to take a deep breath. And I want you to hold it. And then I want you to release it and allow yourself to allow that heavy energy out. And then again, inhale and hold. And release. Now this time, I want you to inhale orange, red, yellow, green, light blue, dark blue, and purple. And allow those colors in your inhale and hold and release. And now I would like you to visualize yourself on a dirt path, and you're barefoot. And this pathway, it has flowers on either side. Some are large flowers. Some are new beginning flowers. They're all different colors: red, orange, yellow, green, light blue, dark blue, and purple. Now I want you to take a look at these flowers, and I want you to harness your senses to really see the colors and what they represent, to smell the flowers, to smell the air, and listen for messages, from the colors that are surrounding you. And as you inhale, naturally as you're breathing, our lungs fill up with all of the chakra colors. And we allow that air to filter through our body. And just naturally breathing, exhale. And now focus on red, the color red. See the transparent, could be a dark red, could have brownish tinge, could be pink. And visualize this color moving to where your root chakra is, in between your thighs. Feel that stability and foundation. And saying thank you to the root chakra for all the balancing that it has been doing for you. And now inhaling the orange chakra and allowing yourself to visualize under your navel where your abundance, your joy, your happiness, your emotions, your creativity, you are so abundant. You have so many opportunities. You have so much love. And say thank you to the sacral chakra. And now inhale the solar plexus color, yellow. And feel that passion, that willpower, the direction that you're moving in, that personal power, standing in your power, setting your healthy boundaries. Your inner child. And saying thank you to to your solar plexus for its balance. And now visualize your heart chakra color, green, any shade of green, whatever you see, whatever you're drawn towards. And feel that unconditional love that comes from God, that comes from Source, that comes from the universe. And feel that pulsation of your energetic body and your unconditional love that is amplified out to the world, to all over the world. It knows where it needs to go. Allow that connection of that beautiful healing, that beautiful love energy, living in love energy, giving to the world. And say thank you for the unconditional love and for the balance, the heart chakra. And now visualize yourself breathing in the light blue throat chakra. And the words that are so ready for you to speak, for you to share, for you to communicate, to speak your truth. For you to say the most loving words to yourself. For you to be heard and for you to listen. And listening to the sounds that are around you. Nature. The colorful flowers blowing in the wind. Feel the wind. Sense that wind. See the light of the wind. See the energy. And that it brings energy to you. And say thank you to the throat chakra. And moving on to the third eye chakra. In between your eyebrows. The dark blue. And visualizing messages. Messages of hope. Messages of support. New creative ideas. Messages of love. From all energy that is around you, supporting you. And allow yourself to feel the messages, this energy, to penetrate in between your eyebrows and to feel that energy there. As you breathe it in, It comes out through your forehead. Keeps filtering and cycling and clearing. Your empowering thoughts, your empowering messages. Everything's always going to be okay. And say thank you to your third eye. And then focusing on the top of your head and breathing in a purple crown chakra energy. And allowing the divine source, allowing God to connect with you, to send you all sorts of information. To feel the wisdom of our higher energy. And to feel the peace of going above and for observing, for our healthy detachment from the current situations, and for us feeling connected to the world and feeling like we are present in this present moment, and saying thank you. To our crown chakra, to God, to source energy, to the universe. And to visualize all of the color of our chakras, all spinning in perfect balance. And see the spinning, see the balance. And when you're ready, I would like you to take a deep breath, hold, and breathe out. One more time. Deeply breathe in, hold, and release. And now you can open your eyes, you can come back, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. And now we've come to the end of today's presentation. And I wanted to thank you for your support, and to allow you to know what is happening and coming up with Robin's Authentic Wellness. To learn more about your chakras, I have a 7-week program. And that 7-week program, it's 90 minutes each. It is $150. Usually one 90-minute session is $150, so you're receiving 7 for $150. Plus, in addition to that, receiving a personal session with me for intake, and then another personal session with me at the end for an outtake. And then I'm also offering readings for 15 minutes for $25 as a monthly subscription. You receive a link to a group with all sorts of exercises and energetic activities. This would be perfect for an entrepreneur to keep on track with your journey. And finally, the Pink University offer. I'm offering 20% off of readings for the full length 60-minute readings. And I want to thank you very much for listening, for taking in what I shared today. Please take what you want to take from this. And I thank you very much for your support.
Yay. That was outstanding. Seriously, that was it was amazing, Robin. Thank you so much. We do have please stay on. We do have some questions in the chat, and then we will leave a little time at the end for some networking. But that was outstanding. I think that right now it's the kind of message everybody we needed to hear this at the moment. Given everything we're going through, you know, I certainly resonated with so many things you had to say as you went through all the chakras. I love the affirmations, the intuitive, stable, successful, confident, speaking my truth, unconditional love for the world. Absolutely beautiful. You said a beautiful quote, and maybe you didn't even realize you said this, but this is something you can for sure go. I'm going to use it. You said, believe that you have what you're working towards. Believe that you already have it. And I absolutely love that. So beautiful quote. I wrote that down, and great learning. Let's go back and follow the chat. Lots of comments. And Karen wrote that down too. Yeah, you picked up on that, KP. It was a great quote. Believe that you have what you're working towards. It's so powerful. Mm-hmm. Oh, look, Sue. Oh, thanks, Sue. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Questions. Yeah, it was awesome. So we have 3 questions. First one was from me, actually. And how do you know when any of your chakras are out of alignment? And I think we got to like the solar plexus, the inner child, the confidence piece. And I know a lot of us still struggle with our confidence these days. So how do you know when they're out of alignment? How can you tell?
So the thing is that we are always needing to consistently work on our chakras. So not everything is going to be in balance all the time. So for someone like me, I do 3 hours in the morning, plus I do other stuff. So I do 3 hours a day of all of the things that I listed. Now I do that because of who I am and what I do and for my connection. So there's a purpose to why I do that. No one else really needs to do that unless you want to. My ultimate goal is to meditate on a mountain like a monk. Like that's like a life goal. I've already had something like that happen. But for the chakras, you're always going to, okay, so we're all natural healers. Each and every one of us. Some of us have some healing modalities. So those healing modalities will amplify. So if you have a healing modality, you can use that for yourself, or you can go to someone that has that, that does that, someone that you feel comfortable and that you trust. Please just don't go to anybody. Go to someone that you know, that you trust, and that they have a background and that they can explain everything.
They can explain, yeah.
Right. But with the knowing, you'll know. You'll know because the thing is the protection piece of the energy. We always need to protect. So that's when we first wake up in the morning, when we get into our cars to drive somewhere, when we go to the grocery store, we want to protect. I remember walking through someone's energy. I could feel it even before. It was a man and a woman having some sort of incredible, not very good feelings for each other. And I'm not walking through that. I'm walking somewhere else, because we pick up, when we breathe in all of the energy that's around us. When we exhale, then we're exhaling all the stuff that we don't want in us. So just imagine all of this energy that's coming in and going. So we're surrounded. So we always want to be mindful, be intentional about your energy. So with knowing, with the confidence, knowing with the, I can't think clearly. Something, I feel cloudy.
Yeah, and it's funny because Leah asked a question which may sort of piggyback on this, and Leah says, are there specific things to heal the chakras or enhance them, like the sixth chakra to be stronger? So it's kind of is this sort of, I'm not sure if that answers that question or not.
Consistently doing that self-care, raising your vibration. So I can send anyone the presentation today, so you can have all of those pictures, because for the raise your vibration, that one was perfect, and it had some really amazing positive things that you can do to raise your vibration and things that you want to avoid. So for me, I might drink a beer once a month, like literally. I don't feel the need for it. I'm not attracted to it. Tea, I'm like a teaaholic. I would rather have tea sometimes than a glass of wine. But that's just me, and that's just who I am. And then plus, because I want to be clear all of the time, I can't do a reading if I had a beer. I can't ethically, but I always want that clear connection. So it's just something that kind of just happened to naturally.
It has to sort of work for you. Yeah.
It has to work for you. But with the protecting your energy and with knowing and what you can do, it's just consistently doing that work and having that positive mindset. That positive mindset that, yes, everything's going to work out.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Everything's going to be okay.
So Susan has a question. Susan said, you mentioned we are shifting from the Piscean energy to Aquarian energy. How long does each of these periods last? And then we have one more question before we go back to network.
Yeah. So it would be, so for me, so it's like 22,000 years. So with the Piscean energy, we were born into it. Our parents were born into it. Their parents were born into it. Their parents were born into it, and so on and so on. So we're going through a huge, massive shift right now. And if you think of COVID as an energetic thing happening, don't even think of it as COVID or the pandemic or anything. Just think of it as energy and what's happening right now. There's a massive, huge shift happening. So we're in this air energy. So we've actually been taken out, our roots have been taken out, and now we're moving along and our roots are dangling in the air right now. So a lot of us are feeling that way. We're feeling like we can't get our footing. So our work that we do is so imperative right now. But in this air energy, it's more of that independent. I am independent. I am looking within. I am looking within to heal myself so I can shine bright into the world.
Right.
So I have calculated myself the transition time, because I'm like 44, turning 45 soon, like 2 years.
Oh, wow. That's a long time.
It is a long time.
Yeah.
And it'll be longer. It depends on, but it depends on the levels. But remember, our journey is our journey. So whatever stage you're at is completely fine.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay, perfect. And the last question, someone's asking, how did you get into this?
Okay, so it's interesting because I was thinking about it the other day. I have never known any other way, because I was born into this. Now, when I say that, each and every one of us has intuition.
Right.
But for me, right from when I was a child, probably like 3 or 4, I had my first experience. Didn't realize I could explain the whole situation to my parents, but there's no way you weren't there, because, your great grandfather had already passed on. But I'm like, no, I saw him. I was there, and I was adamant. And then realizing that I've always had spirit and I've had this deep connection. So we all have abilities. So each and every one of us have abilities. People call it gifts. Fine, call it a gift. I don't think it's a gift. I think we were all given abilities. We all have our own reasons that we're here on earth. Yes. So for me, I chose to do this as a profession in my late 20s, early 30s, and for a long time, super terrified of it because there's so many aspects to being a medium and you're opening yourself up. So I don't think that, people are interested in it. That's great, but I really wouldn't advise for everyone to open themselves up to it. It was a very conscious choice that I opened myself up to it. But leading into this brought me into chakras and the energy and just exploded this world of, oh my gosh, look at all of this stuff that's within us that we can actually manage and we can internally work on ourselves.
Yeah, absolutely. So, well, you're super talented. And if from a personal level, if anybody wants to hear about my experiences, Robin is extremely, extremely gifted, let me tell you. So I encourage you to reach out, lots of offering. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for today. Everyone's really enjoyed it. Go back and read the chat, make some connections. But let's go back to the networking floor. Thank you, Sue. And we'll stay on for another 10 minutes or so and do some networking. And I will see you all soon.
Thank you.